welcome back to Load Racing YouTube channel. It's time to start getting working on the 53 Bel Air project. Everything's all kind of recapped in the last video. Well, not so much. I touched base on it a little bit with what we're doing. A little bit more details. 1953 Bel Air 4-door I picked up for a project just because it was nice. I liked it. Liked the style. It was in really good shape. Wasn't overly sure what I was going to do with it at first. Then talking with a couple buddies, trying to figure everything out, what kind of wheels I could put on it, because I wanted more of a pro street look. And then to do that, I would have to way narrow the frame to get fat tires on the back. And then I said, if I got to do a frame, I'm going to do whatever I want with it. So I decided, oh, with it, we're going to make it all-wheel drive. So, bought a Tahoe chassis. Gonna put that underneath it, drop it down so it actually sits right. It's not gonna sit way up in the air like a truck, because that's not at all the look that I want. I want to almost sit factory. So we're gonna do that. It's gonna get my 1,000 horsepower motor out of Reaper once it's getting all rebuilt right now, because I took the head gaskets out of it. And then it's gonna get a 400 behind that. It's going to be all-wheel drive, like I said, with all factory GM parts, newer stuff, so it's all easy, off-the-shelf, accessible shit. Trying to keep this kind of cost-effective as I can, and it just adds to the simplicity of the project. The only thing I might have to do is see if I can either get maybe shorter control arms, then I'll have to narrow or shorten the CV axles a little bit, or I just got to run rims with a little bit more backspace to suck the tire in a bit to clear the outside lips of the fenders. The ass end isn't so much of a problem, but it's the front end I got to worry about because of steering. Still kind of playing around with that. I won't know how bad it is until I get the Tahoe stripped and get the Bel Air body on it, which hopefully by the end of today, that'll happen. But keep you guys in the loop. I'm going to start posting a lot more on here now that we have a bunch more time to do YouTube shit, and it's nice out, so I can actually want to work on the cars and on the trucks and everything. So there's going to be a lot more posting on here than what has been the last while. But just running to town now. Got to grab a couple things, then get to the shop. Maybe I'll send a little video of what I made out for progress last night. I got the body off the Tahoe. Now today I got to strip the engine transfer case out of it. Anything I'm not going to need, like the fuel tank, shit like that, I won't be using. So I'll make another little clip to go with this video, I guess. Anyways, we'll see you in a little bit. Alright, we're at the shop now. Definitely had to make a stop for coffee. That's top priority. Always got to have coffee before you start your project. So anyways, here's the Tahoe chassis. The body's outside on the trailer. I took it off last night. That went actually really smooth. I was actually pretty happy with that. It was nice. We had the tractor, so I just put straps through it and off it came. I think the only thing I had to cut was like for the evap shit, which it's not that big of a deal. Frame's in pretty good shape. Spare tire carrier is rotten, but that's going to get cut off anyways because I'm not going to use that. Other than that, everything's good. I'm going to try and use the factory body mounts. I'll have to get new bushings though because these rubber ones are fucked. But all the bolts are in good shape. Only one bolt I had to cut, which is actually surprising considering we're up in Canada and these things are usually pretty fucked. I may try and use the stock fuel tank. We'll see. Because I do want to get the body as low over this frame as I can so that you don't see the frame sticking out the bottom. So I may have to even cut the body mounts off and drop them down a little bit. Modify them a little bit just to get the look that I want. And then it'll be all suspension shit after that. It's going to get a lowering kit for sure. Because I want to get it as low as I can. Well, not crazy low because of being up in Canada there and our roads are fucking mint. But I had to get this 5.3 and 4L60 in the transfer case. The guy that I got the truck from, he wants that stuff back because he needs them for his truck. We just made a deal that I pulled everything out and all that stuff, so I was good. I just need to keep the power steering bracket off that because I don't have one, and a pump to work with the steering rack, so I'm going to keep that stuff. Other than that, just the motor tranny transfer case I got to pull out. I'm going to drop the fuel tank. I'm going to take everything off of it first, and then when I make my decision on if I can even use the factory fuel tank, I'll do that. But I don't really think I need a fuel tank that big just for a little in-town cruiser. I can put a cell in the trunk there and it'll work just fine. Or I can make a cell that sits right where the spare tire goes in between the frame rails there. It'll be protected by this big bumper guard anyways. I might even keep the trailer hitch on it because the frame is rated to pull. I have a decent little bit of weight on it, so who knows? Might have a 53 Bel Air towing my new truck or Reaper or whatever. We'll see. I think that'd be pretty cool to see going down the road. I got to figure out if I'm going to keep the coils in the back or if I'm going to go bags. Same with in the front. I'm probably just going to keep them, but get lowering coils. Like I said, I want to get it lower, but I don't know. I'm going to get it all stripped out and then just keep going, keep knocking shit out. But right now, everything that doesn't need to be here off. All the wiring harness has to come off. Spare tire, the fuel tank, driveline, except for the diffs, everything's got to come out. So I got to get started on that, and I will see you guys once I have all that off. Alright guys, so we're hauling ass on this thing. I've already got it pretty well stripped. Just got to take the ABS shit off, all the old lines. Starting to cut off some brackets I know I'm not going to use. I cut the spare tire carrier off because it was all rotten. But that don't matter because I think I'm going to end up putting a fuel cell back there instead of running the factory tank so I can get the body down as low as I can. I'm way farther than I thought I was going to be already at this point. So I think after I get the rest of the stuff off I know I'm not going to need, I'm going to take it out, pressure wash it, blow it off, just kind of try and clean it up a bit. And I think I'm going to end up going to get the car here in an hour or so. So hopefully everything keeps going how it's going. And we can keep making super progress. And I might even be able to have the body on this thing today. I thought I was only going to be able, wasn't exactly sure if I was going to have it on this weekend, but if this keeps going the way it's going, the body should be on it today, which is I'm very happy about possibly having that. I might just have to cut the body mount perches off the Tahoe, the body mounts, so I have something to work with. But even if I don't, I'm sure I can get the little welded nuts for like doing box rails and stuff like that. So if I get that, then I just need some different bolts and I'll be able to knock that out whenever those parts come in. But if it takes a little bit, that's okay. Because of my 554 work schedule, I have time I can wait. So, but they keep hauling ass on this and we'll get you back in the next one. Hey guys, so we're making lots of progress. Not in the shop right this second. We went and got the car because we're at that point where I need the car to be at the shop. So I went and got it, had some lunch. The only thing left I have to do on the chassis right away is take the shocks off, cut the upper shock mounts off the frame. I'm going to relocate them after, so it's not that big of a deal. The reason I'm doing that is because I stick up past the frame and the floor of the car is flat where the trunk is, so I know I'm going to have to do some modifications to the floor, but I don't exactly know where. But I know for sure the shocks will not work with how they are on the factory frame, so they had to get cut off regardless. So I'm going to go ahead and do that right away. Hopefully I'm going to drop this off right in the shop, unload it off the trailer and put it right in the shop right away. It's going to go on the hoist. I'm going to cut the frame brackets off the factory frame, roll the factory frame under this. Well, once I get that off that frame, I'll roll that frame out, roll the Tahoe frame under it, set it down, and then I can start getting an idea of if I need to cut stuff, where I need to cut, and keep going from there. So that's where I'm at right now. Once I get that frame ready to go and the body off this frame, get it all in place, I'll get back to you guys with how we're making out. But I've been working on this for 5 hours today, and we're making a shit ton of progress, and I am extremely happy with how far I've made out today. And it's just me working on it. I don't have anyone here today helping me out, so I'm pretty happy with myself. But I'll get back to you guys here in a bit. I'm going to be back at the shop in like 5 minutes, and I can get back to work. See you in a bit. Alright guys, I said down with it. We're calling it a night. It's like 10:30 right now, I think. You can tell by my face. It's fucking... I've been doing all sorts of grinding and cutting and everything today. I'm due for a good shower, and it'll be a really good shower. The dogs need a shower too. Brett brought the dogs over, so they're all playing and they're all muddy, so it's going to be fun tonight. There's a good Bel Air frame. 1953, 40.8, right there. It's from Mustang, Fox Body Mustang, I think, but he put in it. Drilled out for 5-on-475 Chevy pattern to match the car. It's got long studs in it. If anybody wants it, let me know. I'll sell it with the green car too. Take both, message me, we'll make a deal. Got the ownership for it and everything too. It needs a lot more love than this one, but that's fuck all. Ownership's the main part. So, anyways, the important shit. Do you want to know what you get when you cross a Tahoe with a 53 Bel Air? This thing's so sick. Look at this. It just sits so right. You know, maybe a little bit more low. I had to put it. I got it on car tires right now. I don't even know what size these freaking things are. They are 215, 55, 17. So they're little wee gaffers. I don't know how much bigger I'll be able to go with than that though, which kind of sucks. Everything fits real well. The rear end's pretty centered in the rear wheel, but these things, even from factory, the front tires are not centered in the wheel well. They're pushed forward a little bit. So I kind of have to deal with this a little bit. I'm going to have to notch and radius this cut a little bit, I think, and come up maybe an inch, split the difference between that edge and that edge, split the difference, and kind of radius that. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do that yet, but that's pretty well the exact same on how it fit from factory. And then I'll show you the rear ones too. They're pretty well centered. I might drop the ass end a little bit here, but I don't know, because I can still put that back on and I can tow some with it, because this is still a Tahoe frame, so it's still Tahoe payload. So I think it'd be cool as shit to show up with this at a racetrack, this pulling my new truck or pulling Reaper or whatever, pulling something. But yeah, I'm tired. Tomorrow I gotta figure out the body mounts, which I don't think is gonna be that bad. Just gotta cut the existing ones off the frame and move them a bit, because like the front ones are way up here. They gotta go backwards, probably 6 inches. Both sides. I had to cut the one right in front of the rear tire. I had to cut that one off. Because, why did I have to cut that off? Because it was right in the way. And it doesn't really need that one anyways. There's one right at the front, one about midway, and there's one kind of halfway in the trunk. I had to do a little bit of trimming in the trunk. I had to cut the spare tire hole out. That's the old spare tire carrier from the Tahoe frame. I just got to clean that up. This frame's going to get all cleaned up. Cut this out because it was hitting all this cross member. I had to slice here up on both sides to get it to bend up to cover, or to give me a little bit more room on the coil mounts. That brake thing's going to end up on the bottom side. I'm not too worried about that right now. But everything's fitting pretty decent right now. I'm pretty happy with it. I spent like the past 2 hours, cut a little bit, set it back down, lift it back up, cut a little bit, set it down, lift it back up. Just trying to get it to sit right. And I'm at the point where I'm happy with it. You might be able to see a little better. We got a little bit of a rake. It's probably an inch from the rear wheel well to the front, maybe not even that much. So I'm pretty happy with that. I think it's going to look cool. And there's a wee bit of tire poke. So I don't know what I'm going to do with that. If I get a little bit of an offset rim to suck the tire that way on the front a bit. But the back, I'm not going to worry about because that's fuck all. But the front here, that's probably 2 inches there. Maybe I'll do something with that. I don't know. I'll have to play around with it and see what I can do. But I'm not overly worried about that at this point. There's a lot of other shit I got to worry about first. But we're done for the night. Well, I'm done for the night. Britt came over after she was done work, which was a big help with going up and down with this. So very happy to have her show up. But tomorrow's another day. I got to get all the shit that I cut off the frame and stuff I didn't need, put in the Tahoe. I'll pull a seat out of it, send it for scrap. And then get this frame out of the shop, get the Bel Air out of here. And then I might bring the Bel Air home and tinker around with it at home. We'll see how ambitious I feel tomorrow. Because I'm friggin' tired. I've inhaled so much grinder dust today, I should have worn a mask, but oh well, it's too late now. But I end it off here. If you like what you see, keep coming back. Like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon so you get notifications when I make videos. I'm going to try and do this maybe once a week or something like that. All depends on how busy I am. Like during my run I can't because I don't have any time. But on my runs off, I'm hoping to be able to do some content on something. Whether it's working on this, working on Reaper. I have to go get my new truck in a couple weeks. So maybe I'll do a little bit of a video when we're driving down there. It'll just probably be a short one. But other than that, we're just going to end it off. I'll do this up, post it. But yeah, like, share, subscribe, send it to your friends. Maybe boost this channel a little bit. I'm still new with this YouTube shit, so I'm still learning quite a bit. I don't know exactly what I'm doing, but just having some fun with it. But alrighty, we'll see you in the next one.